How do you ensure that communication is as clear and as effective as possible to ensure that maybe negative aspects of silos don't occur?
So many mistakes and so many challenges with silos really just stem from communication. And so there are several things and factors I believe can be put in place to be able to structure better communication. Number one is not only setting clear expectations regarding outcomes upfront with milestones and deadlines, and then which stakeholder is going to be responsible. I think also frequent meetings with all teams early on are very important to create trust and rapport, but also to align when maybe there's lack of clarity on an outcome or scope. Sometimes, depending on who's hiring and working with a partner in a silo, there might be a technical expert that is used to certain terminology, and maybe the person hiring misuses that terminology. And so while they think that they're on the same page, they're getting so far into technical weeds that having frequent meetings about those outcomes is a really effective way to recalibrate on what the purpose is. And I think another one that's very simple that comes back to communication is really the root fix is more frequent reporting. A lot of agencies and a lot of partners and in organizations as well, it's easier to evaluate on a 30 or a 60-day cycle or even at the end of a campaign. And while this is a really effective way to look at outcomes and overall goals, I think it's too infrequent to be able to make quick and rapid changes. And so I recommend for certain projects, especially early on, to actually engage in weekly reporting and weekly updates. And it doesn't have to be on the scale that you would do an entire, very comprehensive report, but this type of data and findings and also translating how those findings are rooted in outcomes can really shorten some of those mistakes so that you're not in a relationship or a silo that 2 months down the road, we find out that both parties were not aligned on outcomes. So to sum it up, I would say frequent meetings with all vendors as well, communicating outcomes over and over again, and then early on frequent reporting as well can really help eliminate silos and make everyone on the same page regarding what the outcome is.